Title: My wife, 29F, kept taking Uber rides with the same driver. I, 32M, just found out why. I never thought I'd be that guy writing something like this on Reddit. I used to read these posts and think, damn, sucks for them. Now I am that guy. This might get long, but I need to get it off my chest. I'll try to keep things structured. Background: I'm 32M. My wife, let's call her Claire, is 29F. We've been married for 3 years. No kids. Thank F*** for that. Financially stable, living in a decent city apartment. She's a freelance graphic designer and works from home or co-working spaces. I work full-time IT, mostly remote. We had a smooth marriage. No fireworks lately, but no screaming matches either. I thought we were fine. Hell, I thought we were boring in a healthy way. Everything changed when her car broke down 6 months ago. When it started, her car had a mechanical failure. I offered to help fix it, but she said it wasn't worth the money and that she'd use Uber for a while. She brushed it off, said she enjoyed not worrying about parking, maintenance, blah blah. Seemed fair. She made good money and wasn't going far. But then, the rides got frequent. Like, daily. Sometimes more than once. Gym, brunches, random meetings that seemed to always happen around 7 to 10 p.m. She started dressing up more. Doing her hair and makeup for client work. I'd ask what it was for, and she'd say something vague like, I'm meeting someone for a collab project. There's a new co-working spot I want to check out. A potential client wants to grab drinks. Okay, fine. She was always social, had lots of freelance gigs. I trusted her, until one name kept popping up, Leo, the driver. At first, she'd casually mention it. I got Leo again, thank God. He's the only one who doesn't talk too much. Leo actually remembered my coffee order today. Funny guy. It became constant. One day I said, you sure you're not developing a crush on this guy? She laughed. Oh please. He's just a good driver. It's better than gambling with creeps. Sounded logical. But something started gnawing at me. She started getting short with me. Snappy. Like if I asked too many questions, she'd act like I was accusing her of murder. God, why are you so paranoid? You think I can't have a fucking driver now? This is about your trust issues, not me. Thing is, I never had trust issues until now. Red flags. She wouldn't let me borrow her phone. She started taking it everywhere. Bathroom, shower, you name it. Then one night, I opened the iPad we share to check Netflix and saw her Uber app still logged in. So I looked. 14 out of her last 15 rides were with Leo. Most were short. Like, very short. A few didn't even make sense. Pick up and drop off almost the same spot. Late hours, and multiple rides to weird empty lots. One was logged at 11:47 p.m. on a Wednesday, to a business complex that closes at 6 p.m. I didn't confront her. Not yet. I needed to be sure. So I did what every suspicious husband eventually does. I created a second Uber account, tracked local drivers, and waited. Last night, she told me she had a late client dinner. Put on her best black top. Perfume I haven't smelled in months. Full makeup. I acted normal. 10 minutes after she left, I saw Leo's Camry pinged on the Uber map. So I followed. He picked her up near our building. I tailed them, lights off, slow pace. I know, creepy whatever. They drove 15 minutes to a rundown parking lot behind a strip of closed businesses. She didn't get out of the car. The engine stayed on. Headlights off. A few minutes passed. Then the car started rocking. Not like turning around rocking. Rhythmic, back and forth, telltale movement. I parked, walked over, looked in the back window. Claire was on top of him, half naked, hair wild, his hands under her skirt. I opened the back door and said nothing. She screamed like she'd seen a ghost. Tried to cover herself. He looked like he wanted to crawl through the seats and disappear. She said, "You followed me. You're fucking insane." No apology. No shame. Just rage. I said nothing. Just stared. Then I walked away. Now, she's been texting and calling nonstop. It was a mistake. I didn't mean for it to happen. It only happened once. You drove me to it. We haven't been close. I felt lonely. It wasn't even sex. Really? You're half naked in the back seat of your driver's car, and I'm supposed to believe it's not sex? I'm not stupid. I already contacted a lawyer. I told her to pack her stuff. I'm filing for divorce. No kids. Thank God. No shared businesses. No more lies. She made her choice. And I'm making mine. My wife was taking Uber rides with the same guy, Leo, for months. I got suspicious. Followed her. Caught them having sex in his car. She freaked out, blamed me. I'm divorcing her. Update: my wife, 29F, cheated on me with her Uber driver. I, 32M, caught them. Here's what happened after. Original post. Claire, my wife, started using Uber all the time and kept mentioning the same driver, Leo. I got suspicious. Checked her ride history. Followed her one night and caught her literally having sex with the driver in the back of his car. She blew up at me instead of apologizing. I told her we were done and called a divorce lawyer. Here's the fallout, and trust me, it gets worse. The morning after, I didn't sleep. Claire stayed out the rest of the night. She texted a few times. We need to talk. Please don't do anything crazy. It's not what you think. I ignored all of it. At 8 a.m. sharp, she walked in like she was walking on eggshells. Eyes red, still wearing the same outfit from the night before. She looked at me like I was the problem. I told her flat out, we're done. I want you out by the weekend. She started crying, hard, but it fell off. Like a performance. You were never around. Leo made me feel seen. I didn't mean to hurt you. It was the only time, I swear. Lie number 1. I told her I saw the Uber logs. This wasn't one time. This was months. Her face froze. She changed tactics. Okay, maybe it was more than once, but it wasn't serious. He meant nothing to me. You pushed me away. Then came the rage. You had no right to follow me. You violated my privacy. You're controlling and obsessive. That's why I cheated. There it was. The narcissistic turn. She flipped the entire thing like I had somehow caused this. Enter Leo's real life. Here's the twist. I wasn't done investigating. Curiosity got the better of me, so I ran a little background check. Leo isn't just Leo. His full name is Leonardo M. He's 38, married, with 2 kids. Wife's name is Emily. Public social media, PDA meetings, family photos, the works. So while Claire was screwing him in parking lots, he had a whole-ass family at home. I messaged Emily, carefully, just said I had something she might want to know, and gave her the evidence. Screenshots. Rides. Claire's name. The reply? You're not the first one. Apparently Leo has done this before. Claire was just the latest in a line of passengers he slept with. Emily's been dealing with his crap for years. Claire finds out. I told Claire I contacted Leo's wife. She lost it. Why would you do that? You just ruined his life. That was none of your business. I said, you ruined my life. You don't get to protect him now. She screamed, threw her coffee mug across the room, called me a child, told me I'd regret blowing everything up. She packed a suitcase and left to clear her head. But it got public. Here's where it gets wild. Her cousin, who I've always gotten along with, found out what happened. Apparently Claire vented to her. The cousin was disgusted. She posted a vague TikTok about cheaters who sleep with Uber drivers. And within 24 hours it blew up. Someone from Claire's old design clients saw it, pieced it together, and suddenly she was being ghosted by multiple clients. Claire tried to blame me for her losing work. I didn't even say a word online. The divorce filing. I filed officially 2 days after I caught her. No fault, but cited infidelity. She tried to beg me to reconsider. Said, we can rebuild. We can do therapy. This doesn't define us. It was already over. Where things stand now. Claire is crashing with a friend. Leo is in deep shit with his wife, who kicked him out. I'm living alone in peace. I've blocked Claire on everything except lawyer contact. And honestly, it hurts. I won't lie. There are moments when I feel like someone kicked the floor out from under me. But there's also relief. Because I'd rather deal with short-term pain than live with someone who could lie to my face that easily. She didn't just cheat. She chose to deceive. Repeatedly. Thanks for reading. I'll probably do one final update once the divorce is finalized. I'm grateful to everyone who encouraged me to trust my gut. You were right. TLDR from parts 1 and 2. Caught my wife Claire cheating with her Uber driver, Leo. She got exposed. I filed for divorce. His wife kicked him out. Claire lost clients after word spread. She spiraled hard and tried to pin it all on me. This is how it ended. 2 weeks later. After the explosion of drama, Claire leaving, Leo getting dumped by his wife, and the TikTok fallout, I thought that was it. But Claire wasn't done. She started reaching out again through friends, and even tried going through my sister. Said she needed closure. Wanted to meet, just wants to talk. I refused. She sent long emails instead. Pages of emotional nonsense. Things like, "You're throwing away years for one mistake." "Leo manipulated me. He said things you didn't." "I was just lonely and lost. You stopped trying." She even pulled the "I might be pregnant" card. The pregnancy lie. I was stunned when I first read the email. She said, "I missed my period. It might be yours. We need to talk." I felt sick. After all this, a baby? But I stayed calm. Told her to take a test, and that I'd only speak after a confirmed result. 2 days later. False alarm. I was just stressed. Unreal. She flat out lied just to get me to talk. At that point, I blocked her on everything. Told the lawyer to handle all communication. I was done. The public meltdown. Claire didn't take that well. One of her friends, who apparently grew tired of her self-victimization, sent me screenshots of Claire ranting in group chats. "He's so cold. I made one mistake." Leo meant nothing. I just needed to feel wanted. If he loved me, he would have fought harder. She was painting herself as the victim, conveniently ignoring the months of lying, sneaking around, and gaslighting. She even posted on her private IG account, "Men are so fragile. One little slip and they leave." Comment section was not on her side. People clapped back hard. Some asked her if one little slip meant multiple backseat sex sessions with your married Uber driver. Yikes. Final straw. She showed up. One night, maybe 2 weeks before court, Claire showed up at the apartment. I don't know how she got in. Still had a key? Snuck behind a neighbor? She was crying. Makeup smeared. Hair a mess. She said, "Please, just one last chance. I'll do anything. I'll quit work. I'll cut contact with everyone. We can rebuild. I miss you. I love you." I stood there, and I said, "Claire, you didn't love me when you were with him. You loved that he didn't know the real you yet. And you loved lying to both of us. You don't miss me. You miss your cover story." She screamed, cried harder, said I was cold and robotic and cruel. But she left. That was the last time I saw her in person. The divorce finalized. A few weeks later, the divorce was finalized. We split what little we shared. I kept the apartment. She moved out of state, back to her parents, apparently. She emailed me a final time. "I hope someday you'll forgive me. I never meant to destroy us." I didn't reply, because I don't owe her peace after she burned mine to the ground. Where I am now, I started therapy. It's helping. I picked up old hobbies I dropped during the marriage. I'm reconnecting with friends I lost touch with because she didn't like them. I sleep better. I think clearer. I feel again. And one day, I'll trust someone again. But not yet. Not now. For now, I'm just healing. And that's enough. Thanks to everyone who read, commented, and sent support. I never thought a Reddit post would be part of my survival story, but here we are. Stay sharp. Trust your gut. If you feel something's off, you're probably right. Peace. Up.